Was this more of a Grizz comeback or a T-Wolves collapse?
Oh, this was everything about the Memphis Grizzlies in the dark side. Look, when you see a young team like this on the road get down by 26 points and come back to win the game the way that they did, look, we could talk about offense all you want, but think about this for a second. They hung their hats on the defensive end. And this is the exact same reason why I say this team has a bunch of young guys with old souls. That in the two most important quarters of a basketball game, the second quarter and the fourth quarter, the Memphis Grizzlies buckled down and held the Minnesota Timberwolves to 12 points in each quarter. This had nothing to do with Minnesota giving the game away. The Memphis Grizzlies went and took that game. They have a deep roster. They play a gender-free basketball, and what I saw last night was them show that they're able to overcome adversity, and this is a great sign for the Memphis Grizzlies and a horrible sign for the rest of the NBA.
I disagree with you, man. Let me say this. I give major props to the Memphis Grizzlies. I'm not trying to disagree with anything that you said positively about the Memphis Grizzlies. But this was about the collapse of the Minnesota Timberwolves. You know what? Charles Barkley was calling them a dumb team. I'm not going to say that about them. I'm going to say they played dumb last night. They didn't do anything to stop the bleeding. Kendrick Perkins, how many times in your life have you seen a team lose a 25-point lead in the first half, a 26-point lead, and then a 25-point lead in the second half, and they lose the damn lead, okay? You're talking about 2 minutes, a little under 3 minutes left in the third quarter. The Minnesota Timberwolves were up 79-54. The Memphis Grizzlies outscored them 50-16 the rest of the way. And those last 3 points by Anthony Edwards really didn't count. So it was more like 50-13. They got annihilated, okay? And when you look at it, and I got to say this, and I know you're going to agree with me about this, KP. You watched Karl Anthony Towns just now. Somebody's got to say this, so I'm going to say this. Karl Anthony Towns is a good brother, and this is a dude that's incredibly talented, averages 24.6 points and 9.8 rebounds this year. The guy shot over 40% from three-point range, for crying out loud. He is a special talent. You're also the face of the franchise that's come up weak on the court on too many occasions when it really, really counts. And now you're coming up weak in post-game conferences. Next question, Karl Anthony Towns, with all due respect, who the hell are you to say next question? Think about that for a second. You just got to the playoffs. We just learning who you are. And this is the imagery that you want to give us? We got Ja Morant's father and Karl Anthony Towns' father having a blast, friendly wagering against one another and what have you, sitting there being the tremendous, incredible father figures that they are. We got two stars in Ja Morant and Karl Anthony Towns. It's a playoff game. It's one game. It's one game. And you have a very bad game. It's the second time I think he's had more turnovers than field goals. He had it in the play-in game in Minnesota when he fouled out with 7 minutes and 34 seconds left and only had 11 points. And then this is a playoff game. Your second playoff game, not this time. I know you were in the playoffs with Jimmy Butler and all of that stuff earlier in your career, about 3 or 4 years back. I get all of that when Tom Thibodeau was your coach. But these two games in Minnesota, you had 8 points. Karl Anthony Towns, you have any idea how embarrassing that is? 8 points for Karl Anthony Towns and had more turnovers than field goals attempted. I don't give a damn how idiotic the guard play is, the coaching is, or whatever. You are a star. There is no way in a playoff game you can justify taking 4 shots when you are the face of the franchise. That ultimately is on you. I don't give a damn if you have to slap somebody upside the head. You got to grab somebody in the headlock. You got to trip them up and kick them and take the damn ball from them. You do what you got to do to at least show that you are an active participant. And when you did not do that in a press conference, you sit there and say, next question, who the hell are you? Show up. You're the face of the franchise. Handle your business. Memphis is coming, as Kendrick Perkins highlighted. They're trying to bring all of that smoke, which is why I said, yo, you down 1-0. I said, I don't give a damn. I got Memphis in 5. I don't give a damn if Minnesota wins another game. I'd still say Memphis is in 5. In other words, to illuminate the fact there is no excuse for the Memphis Grizzlies to lose this series with all the noise we have all made about them. But Karl Anthony Towns really, really comes across as incredibly disappointing because, again, you're not handling your business. And you don't look any better when you're trying to explain why you're not handling your business. Get it together, bro. Get it together. Go ahead, KP.
Well, you're 98% right on everything you just said. And let me tell you why I disagree with you at. First of all, Karl Anthony Towns not the franchise player of Minnesota. That would be Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards walks around and carries himself like he's the franchise guy. Matter of fact, Anthony Edwards actually has to put the key in Karl Anthony Towns' back. Look, it's too many times that we have seen Karl Anthony Towns fall short. And he's starting to be the true definition of a front runner. He was mic'd up during the game, and when the Minnesota Timberwolves were up, I think about, 16, 17 points, we heard clips of him saying, Tony is going to be different when they get to Minnesota. All that woofing and barking, but you come up small. And so I'm to the point where you're mad at Karl Anthony Towns, but to me, this is expected. Because if a person show you who they are, you got to believe them. And this is who Karl Anthony Towns is. He talk a lot of smack. He may show up once every 2 games, but the other games he's going to shy away and disappear when it's time and it's money time and the game gets close.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.